Alright, here we are with more Mass Effect 2.
No messages.
And yeah, no messages. So where did we leave off? Alright, we got the Reaper IFF, and we also recruited a new member to our group, a Geth trooper called Legion. And yeah, now we have one mission left. Tali's loyalty quest. The migrant fleet's Admiral Board has charged Tali with treason. She must travel to the flotilla to answer these charges. We're gonna do just that. And the reason why I waited so long with this quest is because I want to bring Legion with me here. And the Geth are Quarian's sworn enemies. So I kinda wanna freak them out by bringing one with me. Essentially to prove a point that not all Geth are hostile towards organics. Like Legion. Legion is not hostile towards organics, unlike the other Geths that we have bumped into. And the reason for that is because the Geth have multiple factions as well. So Geth is part of the true Geth, quote-unquote true Geth, who didn't accept the Reaper's help. And yeah, did not follow the other Geth with Sovereign. So assassin. Yeah, assassin. Now, do I want... Yes, I do want AI hacking, but I do want combat drone as well. I want explosive drone. Tali has the attack drone, so explosive drone for Legion would be nice. Yeah, let's level up hacking for you. Nice. Cool. Yep, that's enough. Alright. Alright. Legion can use the Geth pulse rifle, because why the fuck not? And he already has the anti-material rifle. Nice. Let's give you scimitar shotgun. Because it is actually better against shields and barriers. Nice. Let's land and see how the Quarians react to Geth presence aboard their ships.
This is Tali'Zorah Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home.
Quite the
Tali'Zorah.
password.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
I don't think it's a good idea to bring a
Oops.
Get that damn thing off my ship before you start an incident that makes the Ascension Project fiasco with Cerberus.
You're defending your ship. I respect that. But don't try to intimidate me, Captain.
Or what?
Or I take off this mask and breathe germs all over your nice clean ship.
I'm letting you aboard as a favor to Tali. The Geth is too much. Leave it on your ship.
If Legion gets out of line, I'll take him out myself. If you know my record, you'll know I've killed hundreds of them.
Why should I believe you?
Captain, if Legion acts suspiciously, I'll kill it. You know that.
Tali'Zorah, you never stop causing me trouble. Marine detail, return to guard positions. You get one chance. But given the charges against you, Tali, you're doing yourself no favors.
What do you mean?
They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
Oops.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only
Then
sent
what's
parts
this?
and pieces.
I basically just brought one active Geth aboard here.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Tali'Zorah under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
So basically, if I hadn't brought Legion with me, the dialogue here would have been way more friendly. But since we brought Legion with us, they were very hostile towards us. Questioning what the fuck we are trying to pull here. So anyway, Tali is being charged from bringing active Geth parts to the Quarian fleet. And why this is a problem is because Geth are master hackers, and bringing active Geth towards any electronics is very hazardous to you, because they may hack something and ruin something.
Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepherd Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
I take it being associated with the human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled.
Well, it's not that bad.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali'Zorah Vas Nima. Whatever we must call you legally.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
Figures.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side?
Indeed she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
Well.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the
Really?
truth as best you can. It will
So
have
you
to be
say.
enough. Now come. I promise that I would not delay you.
Alright, let's start this bullshit. So this thing can get end two ways. Tali will either get exiled or she will not get exiled. I don't really know what happens if you exile her though. What are the consequences? But I'm not gonna spoil anything what happens. I may have some ideas what may happen if you get her exiled, but not gonna say anything.
Blessed are the
Just yet.
ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season.
So far as I'm concerned, I'm making sure that she won't get exiled. I'll say that right away.
Tali'Zorah Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against the charge of treason.
Security. A Geth is present in the courtroom. Does Tali'Zorah think to effect this hearing with threats?
Captain Donna allowed the Geth aboard. Do you intend to second-guess the Raya's captain, Admiral Chorus?
Well, I don't think he allowed
Shepard Vas
Legion on the
your crew
on
member
board. I think we
Tali'Zorah
kinda
stands
made him
accused of treason.
made him
Will you speak for her?
give us permission to bring Legion with us. Alright, so now we get to say our stuff.
I shouldn't have to. When Tali helped me stop Saren and his Geth army, her actions spoke for themselves. Without her help, none of you would be alive to put her on trial today.
That's right.
Well said, Shepard. None of us should forget Tali's contributions to the fleet.
Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
Tali would never endanger the migrant fleet. She pleads not guilty.
I left parts and technology for teams to pick up. My father ordered me to do so, but I would never send active guests to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
So apparently the Geth somehow managed to rebuild itself and
What are you talking about? What
build
happened?
enough big of a
As far
force
as
to
we
seize a
can
lab
tell,
ship.
Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
Ooh.
What? Oh, Keela.
I thought Porian's valued family. How do you justify springing this on Tali in the middle of a damn trial?
Our apologies. Tali should have been informed.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile,
I'm looking for my father, you Boshtet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
Well, that's a relief.
discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai.
What does it matter if,
You
whether
are
you're exiled or
advised
not
and
if you're
leave to depart the
killed?
Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return.
Tali doesn't even have any family anymore,
That you have been
since
killed.
if his father is dead. Or her father, sorry. Alright, so...
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai.
Well, I kinda didn't have any choice about that.
I'm sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
Well, it wasn't
I
that
knew
bad.
It would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know.
I already forgot how fucking depressing Tali can be.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The
Ah,
sooner we
god
get
damn
to
it.
Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
She could have just said right, and then we can continue, but she had to set her shit. So we can talk to people here. Let's go talk to the captain. Captain Dana. He's standing right here.
My father dead or trapped on the Alarai? My name stripped? How could you not tell me this, Captain?
I'm sorry, Tali. I was under orders from Admiral Ran herself. I couldn't say anything. She wanted to get you onto the Alarai. She said that the Admiralty Board needed to see your reactions. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Why'd you post guards outside our ship?
Aside from the fact that your crew is Cerberus, technically it's under quarantine. Any accidental intership contact could sicken or kill our crew.
Who decides where the migrant fleet is going?
That's a more complex question than you might think. The Conclave votes on where we're going, but the Admiralty works out how we get there safely. Avoiding areas of piracy, scheduling resupply, that sort of thing.
Seems like you're cut out of the loop.
Raya has a representative in the Conclave, like every other ship. But me personally, I don't get to say in anything that happens beyond my ship's hull. If my crew
Like
doesn't
every
like
other
the way
captain.
things are going, we're free to leave the fleet at any time. Of course, since the Raya produces about a third of the fleet's food, they try to keep us happy.
Why's the fleet here? A binary blue giant system isn't the most hospitable place in the galaxy.
Not if you're looking for a planet to land on. We've been doing a lot of deep-range travel. The bulk of the fleet is here to charge up using photovoltaic solar cells. We're running an ice mining operation at the Red Dwarf 6 light years off. They haul it here, and we melt it for water. or crack it into deuterium, hydrogen, and oxygen.
We'll
Cool.
talk to you later, Captain.
So yeah, Quarians have lost their home world. I think Tali already mentioned this in Mass Effect 1. They built the Geth to be free laborers for them, but the Geth didn't like that and they rose up against their masters and basically exiled the Quarians from their own planet, and that's why the Quarians hate the Geth. And basically they fantasize about taking back their home world at some point from the Geth.
Shepard,
And that's what they're preparing here with this massive fleet.
you were under better circumstances.
But they don't have the balls to do it.
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
But what the Quarians don't know is that the Geth that are now living in their homeworld are not even hostile towards the Quarians. So the hate towards the Geth and the hate towards the Geth, the war and the hate towards the Geth is pretty much one-sided. So
How have you been, Rieger?
the Geth don't hate the Quarians, but the Quarians hate the Geth. The Quarians don't know the fact that the Geth doesn't really care. All they care about is building their own future.
With your immune system,
Building the Geth future, and they don't mind organics around that future unless they involve themselves directly into their plans.
Fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No.
So yeah, here's Carl Rieger, he's the guy we pulled out from Haystrom, I believe, was the planet.
Supplies get strained. Things get ugly fast.
I don't know what happens if you tell him to stay, if you don't tell him to stay down, he might actually die, I don't know. Don't remember.
what are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiral.
Did I already ask this?
Well,
No, I didn't.
stayed to argue the charges against Tali'Zorah. I've served with her and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Carl.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty Board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Garrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant.
So every single Geth that we have killed outside the Quarian homeworld system is a heretic. And heretic are the
Did the right thing. Thank you.
are the Geth that worship the Reapers. Legion is not part of heretics.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy.
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom?
And all the Geth,
Out everything. Wait till it's
every
revealed.
single Geth in Mass Effect 1 is part of the heretic faction.
Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated. Some
This dark energy
can destabilize
talk
solar
hints at something big, but
Probably not
I think BioWare dropped the ball with this storyline because there's no mention of any dark energy bullshit in Mass Effect 3. So I guess they had something big planned for this dark energy build-up thing, but they kinda dropped the ball with it. They didn't continue the storyline with this,
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's
which
happening
is
at
pretty,
Keela, I hope not. They can screw
which
up
is
the
too bad,
Star.
I think.
Chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system.
So even though everybody is worrying about this dark energy build-up thing, it doesn't really matter because there's
Pathetic bastards are bad
no
enough as it is.
consequences. It's just something
We should get going.
that everybody talks about, but no one cares. So let's talk to Admiral Zen.
Tali'Zorah, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking
There's a lot of
for
talking
information
here,
about the Alarai.
and then we'll get to go to
I
the
don't intend to bribe
lab
you
ship,
with Milla
Alarai or
as
whatever that
admiral.
ship's name is.
What a wonderful specimen this is. Geth's shell over standard mech interior. Or did you convince a Geth to work with you?
Legion is working with me voluntarily. It's part of my team.
It has a name.
Whoa.
Fascinating. The things I could learn under slightly different circumstances.
This platform is not available for experimentation.
Charming. I am pleased to see that the humans, at least, have not abandoned synthetics. This whole trial is a farce born of fear.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Tali'Zorah be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is important.
So it appears that they...
peripherally related. No
Yeah.
offense intended.
Tali'Zorah's exile thing is not even the main purpose of this trial.
Determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth?
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali'Zorah. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
Geth behavioral changes from hacking only last until programs are restored from archival copy. We judge this plan unsound, Creator Admiral.
For once, Legion, we agree.
Yeah, I don't think the Geth would be very happy
We shall
about
see.
that.
It sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Tali'Zorah would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth,
Quite frankly, with this current fleet, I think the Quarians would only get slaughtered if they went back to their home world.
You support experiments on living creatures?
Well, they're not really living
felt
creatures.
No more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right
No shit.
programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
If we don't
Depends on
find
the
Rael
machine.
alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
And the master.
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Thank you for the information.
So somebody must have assembled the Geth from the pieces. Oh, there's Vitor.
Shepard, how did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with
We
my
met
plan.
Vitor in Freedom's Progress, the very first colony
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the
where
fleet.
what we visited after a collector
Can I
attack.
help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind...
So yeah, Vitor has
Come back. It's okay.
PTSD,
I wanna
quite
help, but
frankly.
I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to
He's
find
pretty
the things they did,
traumatized.
and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it
I
did,
don't
Vitor.
know if it really does help,
Take care
but
of
you know.
yourself, Vitor.
Who knows?
Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you.
Well, yeah, you
It's
didn't
only because of your
come
help
out
that
sane
I've
though.
come this far.
You're still pretty crazy. So yeah, we have still a couple of more admirals that we can speak to.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali.
Oh my god, this is some
Otherwise, they
long
might
ass
not
dialogue
let
here.
you try to retake the Alarai.
What's the
That is
timer?
best chance that you
Oh
have
yeah.
evidence that can
This entire video is gonna be talking, sorry about
Sorry,
that.
we cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am
What am I here
everything
for?
in my
God
power.
damn it.
That's what her father
I'm
would
speaking
want.
for her.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Riel was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother.
So yeah, since the Quarians have been living
She cried so hard.
in sterilized spaceships
I'm not hearing much
for
about
pretty
Riel
much their
involvement
entire
in Tali's
lives and
life.
couple of generations,
Difficult to explain.
their immune systems are so weak that any exposure outside these ships
I think I told
will
Shepard
give
about my
them
father.
If you say so,
terminal
he
illness
was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him
in most
much time
cases.
for his family.
So that's why
He
they
wanted
wear
to
the
give
suits.
Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
Did I already ask this?
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the guest's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is
Sorry about Legion.
whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
If you haven't recruited the Legion, you cannot ask this. You don't have this dialogue option.
The Geth situation isn't as simple as you think. Not all of them worship the Reapers.
I don't think the other admirals would care about that. They want the homeworld back, and they want all Geth destroyed.
Shala, don't you want to see us retake the home world?
I don't think we can, Tali. But it may not be about
Yep,
what
I don't think you can. So, necessary evidence.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Tali'Zorah only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship.
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Finally. Alright, next Admiral.
If that...
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Ran got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangerel Vasnima. To be honest, I was afraid a human would be too meek and humble. Watching you rail away at Admiral Corris, though, Tali's in good hands.
Sorry if I came on too strong.
Not for me, Shepard. Admiral Corris needs to know that not everything in the universe backs down when he snaps at it.
You believe I'm innocent, don't you, Admiral?
I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rael's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit-wetter he always was.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
Both.
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago.
Well, you kinda were.
New colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
It sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might
All the time you have been spending flying into space for generations. Well, I don't know how long you've been flying, 200 years or something. You could have found another colony to settle on. God damn it. You would be already out of those suits if you had found a colony to settle.
The Geth on your homeworld aren't the same ones who work with Saren. They have different factions.
Good. Maybe some of them will kill each other. Fewer for us to deal with. The only Geth that matter to me are the ones that took away our world.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship.
Here we go. More reminiscent history and all that stuff. Your father was this and your father was that.
Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rael and I were alone on the bridge and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rael looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rael for you.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rael was doing, it blew up in his face. A ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Alright, so one more admiral. And then we can actually board the Alarai.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vas Nima from her name.
That's right.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vas Quibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures, and have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Tali'Zorah was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali'Zorah. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
Even though everybody hates this guy, this admiral right here, he's actually the most rational one of them all.
Be willing to accept a truce with the Quarians, Legion?
We did not seek hostilities with creators. We fought for continued existence.
So your people would be open to peace?
Not without additional data that suggests coexistence is possible or desirable for creators. When the creators have believed victory is possible, they have attacked us 100% of the time.
I understand. It would be difficult to argue for peace when...
So yeah, the Geth are open to peace, but they need to be sure. But the Geth also need to be certain that the Quarians wouldn't try
Only
anything.
that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali'Zorah. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Nice. Alright, so I'll quick save here. And save the footage, so be right back.